Okay, I had to turn the camera on for this. I know exactly what this is. I don't know how nice it is, but oh man, look at that. Look at that. Well, I had a really great signal here, and it was kind of surrounded by a bit of iron and things, but, well, I figured I'd check it out. And yeah, I think this is 1932, so a 1932 wheat cent. American. Nice. Yeah, I was ringing up 79 to kind of 83, kind of that range. Well, look at that. Got myself another axe head. Yeah, it was just a wailing signal here right on the edge of this foundation that I'm on. So, yeah, I figured I'd have a dig and see what it is. And this one, God, it looks like new almost. It doesn't look very old, that's for sure. So, she's a foggy day today. Actually, starting to lift a little bit. Couldn't even see the water when I first got here this morning. So, yeah, I found a big pocket of sort of foundations that I hadn't seen last time, and I particularly saw one off to my left over here behind here that looked really interesting. So that's kind of the direction that I'm heading. Yeah, kind of like a cool spot. Oh, yeah, high 60s, mid 60s, and it seems like a fairly small target. So, yeah, good old bottle top there. Well, this is a pretty nice little find here. Both these were kind of in the same spot in the rocks in this almost overgrown foundation, I guess, really. But somebody's old weigh scale here. It's almost like one of those fish type scales, but it's hard to say, I guess, really. But says it goes to 60 pounds. So, and the name brand on it is Salter. So yeah, I'll be looking that one up when I get home. Well, just in case I had any doubts that this was somebody's old home, there's a damper to somebody's wood stove. Yeah, it's just crazy that people would build on side hills like this, you know. It's, you know, you can never really tell about angles and things like that, but, you know, it's up the hill and down the hill here in Flat Rocks. It's just crazy. Okay, I don't know. It's kind of a weird signal here, so you know, high 20s to high 30s, I guess. So, yeah, bit all over the place. Okay then. Okay, I'll shut off the camera and turn it on when I get there. Wow, look at that. Very nice. Got a piece to an oil lamp here. Where are we? There we are. Look at that. That's pretty sweet. It's in pretty good shape, that one. A couple little cracks in it, but yeah, nice. Good find. Yay. Yay for our team. Well, I'm kind of liking the sound of this one. Nice numbers. Maybe it's money. Let's have a peek, shall we? Or maybe it's a big thick piece of copper wire. Ha ha! Had my hopes up there for a second. Well, this is an interesting find. I have no idea what it is. Whatever it is folded in half. So it's got kind of a neat design on it. Yeah. think I'm going to need some help figuring out what this one is. Yeah, pretty thin, eh? Huh. Cool. So, in case you're wondering kind of method to my madness here, this is where I'm heading. Last time I was out here, I saw this wall that somebody had put a lot of work into over here. So yeah, so I'm eventually going to make my way over there and have a look and see what they built the wall for. Unless it was just to keep the rocks from crashing down off of that hill up there, but you know, yeah, it was a lot of work though. Whatever, well, I don't know why they did it all, but I'm gonna try and find out. Another piece to an oil lamp here, so yeah, seems to be the things in this neighborhood. But yeah, I was ringing up and it's kind of around 70, 72, or but it's definitely a piece of an oil lamp. Anyways, maybe more to come here. Well, right after that piece of an oil lamp, this looks like probably the top to one, I would think. Same material, but yeah, this is just a couple feet away from that last piece that I found. Maybe I'm on a roll. But yeah, you can see I'm sitting in one right now. See the front wall of it there in front of me. Small. There's a big chunk of steel in the bottom of it. I'm not really sure what that is at the moment, but yeah, and hill up behind me where there was actually another couple of foundations up there. But you know, just seem to be finding mostly nails and bits of strapping and stuff like that. I've found one little thing here though. Well, look at this. Oh, this looks like a drawer pull. Alright. Iron, but that's definitely some sort of a drawer pull for sure. So, well, there's something anyways. And a big old iron ring. That's pretty good size. I don't know what they would have been using that for, but something heavy duty anyways. And this looks to me like a piece of somebody's Christmas plate. I don't know, that kind of looks like holly on the going around the rim there. It's pretty neat. Well, this is an interesting find. I'd say that's probably the end of a doorknob of some sort or another. Whether it's a house door or a cupboard door or whatever, but it's definitely a doorknob. Rang up like a 72. So yeah, nice brass doorknob, I would say. Well, there's an interesting piece. Again, this kind of looks like a handle of some sort or another. You know, it's really heavy though. So yeah, I'm not too sure. One to do some research on. Oh, there we go. I've seen one of these for a little while. Bit of a clock frame there. Not all mangled up or anything. There's a nice little find, just kind of tucked between the rocks. Somebody's old jackknife there. That's pretty cool. Boy, is that baby going. Wow. But I'm going to call that a keeper. God, would you look at the color of that blue glass there? Walking along and that's just shining up at me. I don't know if it's going to show up as well on the camera as it did in my eyes, but wow. Huh. That is pretty sweet, that's for sure. I'm taking that home. Look at that. Wow. Now I think maybe that might be the biggest piece of pyroglass I've found so far. Holy, that is so black you can just barely see my fingers through it. There, and look how thick the bottom is. Wow, that's just bananas. Sweet. That's a nice one. Okay, I had to turn the camera on for this. I know exactly what this is. I don't know how nice it is, but oh man, look at that. Look at that. Wow. Is that the most beautiful piece of a pocket watch? Wow. I mean, wow, wow. Holy cow. I'm just shaking. That is so nice. I can't believe it. Holy cow. Wow, I'm just going to clean it off just a little bit. See if I can see a little bit more of that beautiful detail there. Holy cow. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh, I just can't believe it. I'm just, oh, I can't believe it. I can't not believe it. That is amazing. And I'm thinking that's gold-plated pocket watch. Wow. Yeah, so today, boy, what am I sitting at? 437 subscribers. So yeah, going leaps and bounds. I got a shout out from somebody else that I follow on YouTube. Buckshot Prospector is his name, and I got a few extra subscribers from that. I appreciate that for sure. Yeah. So I'm heading up. I'm at Flat Rocks here right now, and I'm heading out again. Just after I finish this little wrap up for this video, I'm going to go down again and see what I can find, and pick a few blueberries while I'm down here too, I think, because boy, the last time I was here, they were really coming on good. So I can see people starting to sell them on Facebook now, so I think I need to put some in the freezer. Well, here's my finds for the day, including some of my junk over there on the side. Some of the bigger stuff I just had to leave in place because, well, you know, the way that goes. There's just too much, that's for sure. Yeah, this is kind of a weird one. Somebody's old flashlight. What do I got here? I got a drawer, this drawer pull here. It's kind of neat. I'm not really sure what that guy is right there. Looks like some other kind of a pole or of some sort or another anyways. Perfect axe head. An absolutely perfect axe head. You know, it's hard to say how long it had been there. You know, it was covered with rocks, so you never know. Maybe it was just protected. Got this brass doorknob here. You know, clock frame. This really nice shard here. It looks like somebody's Christmas plate. That looks like holly to me that's going around it there. Nice piece of blue glass. Got a big old iron ring. This thing right here, I don't know. It rang up on my metal detector, but and my pinpointer, but I don't know what the heck it is. It looks like graphite, but yeah, I don't really know what that is. Piece of an oil lamp right here. This, you know, it kind of almost looks like a coin that the guts basically rotted out of it, but yeah, I'm not really sure what it is. Maybe it's just a piece of garbage, but it sure looks coinish, doesn't it? Yeah, salt shaker top here. Been around for a while, that guy. Yeah, 3 of those musket ball style fishing weights. Yeah, some more really nice glass. That is some great pirate glass there. You know, whether they all came from the same bottle, I don't really know. And that beautiful blue glass too. This salter fish weight and this thing right here. Looks like they were kind of, maybe the weight hung from this while it was over a rail, you know what I mean? And then the hook would go on there, and then it would hang from there. It goes up to 60 pounds anyways. That's pretty big. You know, probably for weighing fish, I would think anyways. This great old pocket knife, you know, it says on the scale on the outside of it there, it says be prepared. So yeah, it was an old Boy Scout knife or what? Yeah, another nice piece to an oil lamp there. You know, this, I'm not too sure what this is. You know, interesting design on it though, for sure. This 1932 wheat cent. It's pretty hard to tell. That's what it says, but that's what it says. I managed to get a peek at it there the other day. And have to be my find over the next 2 days, my favorite. Look at this back to a pocket watch. Gold plated. It's just, yeah, crazy. There's where the hinges were for the cover, right? Beautiful design on it. You know, that's just, I just couldn't believe it when I pulled that out of that foundation. I just could not believe it. That is just a beauty. That's one of my favorite finds of all time, I would say. I hope you guys liked the video. It's Friday morning now. Just sort of finishing things off. Gonna upload it to YouTube here, and yeah, 439 subscribers now, so 2 more since yesterday. So onwards and upwards, and I'll talk to you soon.